Yo, what's good? This your main correspondent, Alan Taylor, and I'm back in the broadcast room yet again, always with another one. So yes, I'm bringing this update to you guys in the broadcast room. This is the judge finally ruled in the Breonna Taylor case. Okay, and of course, what it is that he ruled that those officers were not liable, basically. So he dropped, they dropped all the charges against the officers, things like that. And he stated that the boyfriend was actually the one that, you know, was technically liable for this situation here. Sorry, but yeah, they're going to deflect. They're going to blame it on the boyfriend. Now, we know that these people had basically false information. They didn't have the right information about who was there at set place, things like that. They couldn't keep track and a lot of things like that. So listen, look, man, this is crazy right here. We had to, I had to bring this back up. It ran across my feed. So yeah, I'm definitely going to bring this back up because that young lady didn't deserve to go out like that. And especially her boyfriend doesn't deserve to be thrown under the bus like this. So yeah, let's go here now. We're about to check some things out real quick. I got a few seconds I'm gonna show you. Here we go.
Major update in the case of Breonna Taylor, the 26-year-old Louisville woman killed in her own home in a police raid, which was set off protests nationwide. Last week, a federal judge threw out felony charges against two former officers who were accused of falsifying the warrant that sent police to Taylor's door.
Breonna Taylor's death sparked an outcry for racial justice across the country after police shot and killed her in 2020. Taylor was caught in the crossfire when Louisville police raided her apartment using an allegedly false drug warrant. Her boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, fired one shot that hit an officer in the leg. Police returned fire 32 rounds, 8 of which hit Taylor. Walker, a licensed gun owner, said he believed an intruder was breaking in. Following the shooting, the Department of Justice filed charges against 4 officers.
So, you really, it's like this situation here, you can barely protect yourself. That's what it seems like to me. That young man was trying to protect and do his duty and give his protection to his woman. I don't see anything wrong with that. And a no-knock warrant in the middle of the night. Of course, you go into anybody's home in the middle of the night, people, of course, they're going to assume you're breaking in.
So what's the French case is there to think about?
That's just common sense. That's just common sense. A no-knock warrant. Then they're talking about it was falsified and things like that. Man, wow. The paperwork was jacked up. And then now the judge is trying to throw this man under the bus for saying he fired it. Of course, he fired a shot. All right. Listen, look. All right. We're about to go here now. Yeah. Quarters, nickels, and dimes, people.
Give a new update in the Breonna Taylor case. Taylor shot and killed in a botched raid in March of 2020 by the Louisville Metropolitan Police Department.
A federal judge ruled the actions of Taylor's boyfriend firing a shot at intruders who were police officers on a no-knock search warrant was the legal cause of Taylor's death and not the falsified warrant.
News 8's Amanda Porter has been following the Taylor case, and today Amanda spoke with Breonna's sister, Dee Dee Taylor, and has her reaction and a call for justice. Amanda.
Yeah, Sue and Brian, 4 years later, Breonna Taylor's family is continuing to fight for her justice and protection of Black women before they are killed by police. Breonna's sister, Dee Dee Taylor, is questioning how the judge could dismiss the civil rights infractions but uphold the charges of LMPD officers conspiring and falsifying reports to investigators.
I'm just saddened. I'm lost for words. I think that there definitely needs to be a second view on what is happening around the judicial system and also judging. How do we hold judges accountable too?
Breonna Taylor's sister, Dee Dee, reacting to the latest setback in efforts to get justice for the Grand Rapids native's death.
She's down at the end of the hall.
A federal judge ruling 2 detectives who falsified information for the search warrant that led to the raid that killed Taylor was not the legal cause of her death.
So falsifying information as a law officer doesn't justify what happened here. Falsifying information. Now you have to think about this real clearly. So this was false information, probably address, everything was totally something made up so these officers could make a collar out here. Come on now.
Instead, Judge Simpson said Taylor's boyfriend, Kenneth Walker, firing a shot at who he thought were intruders into their home was the legal cause of Taylor's death. The charges the officers were facing had a maximum sentence of up to life in prison, which is now off the table.
I'm not asking for these officers to even serve a life sentence. That's not really what our family is desiring and wanting. We just want them to be held accountable of their actions so that when other situations like this happen throughout our community, throughout our nation.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Falsifying information, you know, that gets deep. That's falsified. That's making stuff up in order to get legal warrants to do things on the basis that it was made the hell up. I mean, you know, come on.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
The information is false. So you're going to take false information and get a legal warrant to invade somebody's home in the middle of the damn night. And then no, ma'am, I'm sorry. I can't get behind that. No.
We can all have a standard that has to be followed. We won't have to continue to wonder and guess if our Black and brown communities will ever get justice.
Breonna Taylor's death on March 13th of 2020 is deemed one of the catalysts to national protest against police brutality after the murder of George Floyd in Minnesota 2 months later. Civil rights attorneys argue Taylor's Fourth Amendment right under the Constitution to be free from unreasonable search and seizure was violated by LMPD.
There's a huge stigma around a Black or brown member carrying a legal gun. We're going to continue to appeal as many times as we can. And not to mention, I think that we need to start reevaluating our judges. How do we make sure that our judges are accurately judging these individuals as well?
Now, that comes with voting. And the thing of this is I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, of course, I watch Anton Daniels a lot. He stresses that, and it is true. That comes with voting and knowing who you're voting in your local and state situations. You have to know these people. And I get it. A lot of the times, everybody's busy working. We have lives, things like that. It's hard to keep up with a lot of this stuff that goes on in the world. I'm not gonna lie to you, it really is. But when election season starts rolling around in your local cities and states and things like that, you have to, you know, we got phones now with Google, stuff like that. Google these people's names real quick when you have time. You know, just, you know, I'm not gonna lie to you may be sitting on the damn toilet and shit. And election season is here. You need to Google these people to see what they've done, what they haven't done, things like that. You need to know this information, and that's the reason why we keep allowing certain people into our offices and governments and things like that, because we don't do our due diligence in finding out who the fuck they are.
And what the French toast is there to think about?
I'm just being honest.
How do we create a system where we're all accountable of these rulings and all accountable of the growth and the diversity that we need within our systems? So again, we're going to continue to fight. Breonna, we love her. We miss her dearly. This ruling really broke me down this time because it's been too long. It's been way too long for us. So we're going to continue to fight for justice.
Okay. All right. We're about to dive off into the next segment I got for you guys. It's crazy out here. This is wild. This is wild. Okay, hold on. What's going on here? I may have to refresh this. Sorry about that.
We're committed to keeping our quality.
Sorry about that.
Family tells.
Hold on. All right. Let's start over here. Let's get it.
Breonna Taylor's family tells us the prosecutor working the federal case against the former LMPD officers accused of falsifying that warrant that led to her death plan to appeal a judge's recent decision. Just yesterday, a judge dismissed the most severe charges against those officers. Tamika Palmer, Breonna Taylor's mom, shared this statement with us today. The only thing we can do at this point is continue to be patient. The appeal will extend the life of the case, but as we've always maintained, we will continue to fight until we get full justice for Breonna Taylor. Taylor was shot and killed during a police raid at her apartment in 2020. Multiple officers have been charged in connection to her death. This week, a judge ruled the warrant was not the cause of her death and dismissed the most serious charge filed against former officers Joshua Janes and Kyle Meany. If convicted, the officers could have been facing life in prison. The charges they are still facing hold penalties of up to 12 months. Social justice activist Sadiqa Reynolds called the news disappointing, but not surprising.
And you wonder, where is the accountability? What is in place to prevent an officer from making up a warrant and causing someone's death? What will we do?
Meanwhile, Joshua Jane's attorney, Thomas Clay, calls this the right decision by the judge. He says he has asked multiple judges to review the warrant. They all agree it was, quote, airtight.
There's a lot of things that have been misstated, that are false, and we have great hope that we can go to trial and expose the untruths that have been told about this whole case.
Okay, my question is here. Now, we keep hearing that the warrant was basically created off false information. Okay, this is what we've been hearing. So now this lawyer is saying, of course, you know, he's the lawyer for the officers and things like that. Now he's saying that the warrant was valid, but we're constantly hearing that the warrant was not valid because it was false information that they invaded this space for. So I mean, you know,
what the French toast is there to think about?
This is wild. This is wild. Okay. And man, okay. It's crazy out here.
LMPD released a statement on this today. It reads, "We are mindful this is an open case in front of the courts. We respect the judicial process and accept the ultimate outcome in this matter." Breonna Taylor's family.
Yes, man. This is wild. Yeah, and they're just throwing her boyfriend under the damn bus. I mean, they're throwing him under the bus out here for protecting his household. So I'm guessing that officers could just come up with any reason and get a no-knock warrant, invade somebody's house in the middle of the night, and not expect these people to be spooked or anything like that, or you know. And I mean, I get it. You think you're trying to catch a criminal, whatever. But if you don't have the proper information, if you haven't done your due diligence to make sure who's actually at this residence and things like that, it's called a damn investigation. I thought it was called investigating. You know, and allegedly, when you investigate, you find out everything and gather all the information that you need to figure out, you know, who's where, who's not where, and things like that before you decided to do raids and all this type of stuff. I mean, you hold on. I thought it was an investigation. Oh, I forgot. It's just called an investigation until they just, you know, they want to just do what they want to do and go head on and raid people. Shit. My bad. I keep forgetting.
You old fish-eyed fool.
Yeah, I keep forgetting out here. I'm so sorry. You know, I didn't know that, you know. Man, this is crazy, man. This is wild, man. But this is the update on the Breonna Taylor case, things like that. This just went down a couple of days ago. So, yeah, man, it's wild out here. But it is what it is, though, man. Shout out to all my subscribers. Mad love to y'all. If you're new to the channel, please hit that like, share, subscribe button. Make sure you ring that bell to be notified whenever I decide to post things. And like I always say, damn it.
And that, my friends, is the bottom line.
That, my friends, is the bottom line.